Okay, so welcome back to the stream. Today we're going to be diving in. We're going to dive back in and we're going to look at the main concept for today. So, why most sounds feel generic. So, I'm going to build a signature pad in Reactor and we're going to walk through it. So, most sounds aren't bad, they're just generic. So, the problem is mainly that most producers they use presets. They don't shape the sound and they don't add some kind of movement to the sound. So if you don't shape the sound, it's always going to sound like everyone else, pretty much. So I'm going to open up Reactor and we're going to design something. So I'm going to start off with my basic blocks. This is my sound design tool of choice. This applies across all different types of devices, or let's say any kind of tool you want to use. But yeah, let's build out a quick chain, modular chain, and I will get it going. So let's turn the volume. We might add another oscillator. Then we'll name them. Then from there, we have two oscillators going out. Just combining them. There we go. Let's see. So I don't hear anything yet because we don't have any modulation depth on our VCA, which is the final step, our voltage controlled amplifier, sending out our sound to our speakers. So now we got sound. So now I'm going to shape it. I'm going to turn this into a triangle wave. The oscillator one is usually the strongest one, followed by the second one. So we'll start simply. We'll add a low pass filter. So we got our filter right here on low pass. We'll put it in the 3 to 4 kilohertz range, 3 to 4,000 kilohertz. So that removes some of the harshness and it feels more emotional when we do that. And I'll add a slow LFO to our sound. Move that over so you can see. We'll add a slow LFO, make it bigger. Let's go and add a slow LFO. So we'll add that to oscillator 1. We have some modulation depth flashing here. Actually, no, I won't add it there. I'll add it to the filter instead. So we're going to remove that connection. And let's go to our filter. Activate our depth. And then play with our ADSR, which are attack, decay, sustain, release. I'm going to make our attack 200 milliseconds. Around 200. I'll do a long release. Make that around 600 milliseconds. Just not exact. It doesn't have to be exact. Just now it feels like a pad. So congrats on making your first pad. Okay, and now I'm going to add some space. So the way we're going to do that, I'm going to add a little reverb or delay. I think I'm going to go in, add some reverb. So add some reverb. And we'll do 20 to 30% wet on the reverb just to give some space around our sound. So we're going to use this sound in our series this week. We're going to build it out. Okay. So we had a raw oscillator. we started off with the raw oscillator, and now we have a final pad sound. So it sounded like this. Well, you're hearing both of them now, actually. So I'd have to disconnect something. It sounded something like, if we go to our second oscillator and turn off our first one, it sounded something like this. Minus the ADSR. So I'm going to put that back. Oh, I didn't actually plug it out. There we go. Sounds something like that. When we put it back together, it sounds like this. So I'm turn the volume back up. Oh, there you go. So that wraps up our session for today. Hope you learned something about sound design. I'm going to go ahead and save my sound. So we'll call this our pad, whatever we want to call it. And so sounds feel generic when there's no intention behind them. And we want to add some intention, so that's what we're doing. And we can say that with that, good producers don't find sounds, they really shape them. So you find a good sound with an intention behind it, and you shape it. That's how you design it. So that's the kind of mindset you want to bring to every sound you create. And I hope you learned something in this session. This week I'm building out a full signature sound from scratch. And if you actually want to learn sound design, instead of using presets, I made a 4-part mini course, link in the bio. And I'll see you next session. Peace out. Keep sound designing.